You've probably heard of ghost towns, those empty shells of places swallowed by time, surrounded by endless conspiracy theories. Today, we're diving into the most intriguing and mysterious ones, spots that pull in thousands of tourists every year, drawn purely by their eerie mystery. You already know about Chernobyl, right? April 26, 1986, the reactor blows and Pripyat turns into a radioactive tomb overnight, clocks frozen at 1:23 a.m. Walk those deserted boulevards, trees bursting through cracked asphalt, apartments full of forgotten photo albums smiling back at you. The evacuation happened in a flash, 50,000 people gone in hours, leaving behind baby strollers, wedding dresses, everything. Now it's a kingdom of mutated wildlife, elk with twisted antlers, fish in the Pripyat River sporting extra fins. IAEA scientists track it still. The red forest around the plant has radiation levels so high, trees die in days. Remember those grainy old videos of stray dogs wandering school hallways? Those are descendants of pets left behind, their DNA forever altered. Imagine if the wind had shifted the other way. Half of Europe could have ended up like this. And get this, something almost unbelievable. In the 2010s, secret documents surfaced proving the accident was covered up, with doctors noting strange illnesses months before the explosion. Tourists pay big for guided trips now, but one wrong step into a hotspot and your Geiger counter screams.
Here's one you might not have heard of, equally haunting. 1908, Namibia. Kolmanskop springs up as the diamond capital, but by the 1950s, sandstorms bury it under dunes, turning it into a mirage city. Step inside, knee-deep sand and living rooms where people once danced under champagne bubbles, wind howling through shattered windows. German colonists built theaters and casinos here, digging gems with bare hands. When the diamonds ran dry, everyone bolted, leaving X-ray machines and billiard tables to sink into the dunes. Geologists say the Namib, one of the driest deserts on Earth, devours everything over decades. Legends of miners' ghosts who died of thirst add chills. People swear their shadows wander at night. Picture this horror. Every so often the wind uncovers old skeletons buried for decades. Kolmanskop's an extreme adventure spot today, but you only go in with a guide. Sand traps can swallow you in minutes, and underfoot, a slim chance of stumbling on a forgotten tiny diamond.
Summer 1974, Cyprus. Turkish forces seize Varosha, and this glamorous resort with high-rise hotels becomes a forbidden zone, stuck forever in the 70s. White sand beaches now belong to nesting turtles. Shops still have dusty dresses on mannequins, cars parked with keys in the ignition. Greek Cypriots fled, breakfasts left cooling on tables. The UN tried to hand it back, but barbed wire and soldiers shooting at intruders keep it locked down. European historians call Varosha the ultimate symbol of a divided island, billions in lost value. Drone shots show roofs caving in, palm trees punching through floors. Imagine families peering through binoculars from the Greek side at houses they can never return to. It's heartbreaking. In 2020, the Turks opened a section to tourists, but strictly controlled, no photos inside buildings. Rumors of treasures hidden in the panic still lure thrill seekers. Indian Ocean, present day, North Sentinel Island, where in 2018, arrows from the Sentinelese pierced an American missionary, a brutal reminder that outsiders meet only death here. A tribe of maybe 50 to 400 people living in the Stone Age. Bows, spears, no metal at all. They chase off helicopters and boats, just like after the 2006 tsunami, when they survived without any aid. Indian authorities ban anyone closer than 5 kilometers to avoid introducing diseases,
One contact could wipe them out completely. Oxford anthropologists believe they're descendants of the first African migrants 60,000 years ago. Their language is unknown, customs a complete mystery. Ever wonder how they see us? Our planes must look like gods, ships like monsters. Recent satellite images catch glimpses of huts and fires, but the jungle hides the rest. Every contact attempt has ended in tragedy. Back in the 19th century, the British kidnapped kids who then died from illness.
Let's jump far east. 1910s Japan, Hashima Island, the concrete battleship where thousands of forced laborers mined coal underwater, abandoned by 1974 with a legacy of torture. Koreans and Chinese dragged in during World War II died by the hundreds from suffocation, cave-ins, official count around 1,200, but survivors say far more. Wind now whips through 9-story barracks, ivy strangling staircases. UNESCO listed it, but with a note on the dark side of industrialization. Archaeologists pull up tools, letters home, even wall drawings. The island was so tiny, people lived packed like bees in a hive. Suicides became routine. Echoes of blasts in those underwater tunnels still spook visitors. Movies like Skyfall shot here for the extra creep factor. Boat tours let you stare from afar, but setting foot on shore risks fines or worse.
Brazilian coast's Ilha da Queimada Grande, Snake Island, where 1 to 5 golden lancehead vipers per square meter, venom melting flesh in seconds, off limits since the 1980s. Evolution turned them into ultimate killers, no natural predators. They hunt birds with toxin 5 times deadlier than relatives. The lighthouse ran until the 1920s, until snakes cornered the keeper and his family. Bodies found riddled with bites. Now only Navy and scientists with antivenom get near. Sao Paulo biologists call it a Darwinian lab. Vipers lost all fear here. Pirate gold legends swirl, but no one searches. One bite triggers convulsions in minutes. Expedition footage shows carpets of scales. Snakes strike at hovering drones. Their venom's a medical treasure, but harvesting it is pure suicide. 1864, New York. Willard Psychiatric Center opens as a refuge, but closes in 1995, loaded with horrors. Patients in chains, experiments without anesthesia. Thousands labeled insane, alcoholics to hysterical women, spent decades here sewing army uniforms in sweatshops. When it shut, staff found 400 suitcases in the attic, whole lives inside, love letters, nightmare drawings. The museum now shares stories like Valerie's, locked away 50 years for depression. American Psychiatric Association notes lobotomies done with ice picks through the eye socket, maiming people routinely. Overcrowding hit 4,000, riots broke out over hunger. Walls still carry graffiti, desperate cries for help. Paranormal hunters record footsteps, sobs. Night tours are for the brave. Plenty leave feeling watched. 1859, West Virginia. Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, a Gothic castle built for 250 patients, but by the 1950s crammed with 2,400, where hydrotherapy drowned people in tubs for hours. Kirkbride's plan promised bright halls for healing. Reality was electroshock without consent, forced sterilization of the unfit. Closed in 1994 after endless scandals. Now ruins stretch 2 kilometers of corridors, echoes bouncing, basements hiding forgotten torture cells. Historians dug up diaries. Patients called treatment pure hell. One doctor for 350 people. Thousands of unmarked graves on the grounds, victims of TB and experiments.
Picture winter in unheated wards. Survival was a gamble. It's a hotspot for ghost hunters today. Restoration continues, but the shadows of the past refuse to fade.